Shri Tapovan Paramagurave Namaha. Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Hari Om, salutations to all of you. So welcome to this first international camp of Chinmaya Mission Mumbai. Chinmaya Mission Mumbai keeps setting new trends. Many centers do, abroad centers do have international camps, and they many times come to India also. So here we are from Mumbai. We have come. Actually, it is not an international camp in my opinion, because where we are today, Cambodia is a part of Akhand Bharat only. It's just that we have lost that. And our borders are shrinking day by day. From Gandhar, Afghanistan to down Southeast Asia, Sumatra, Java, Bali, so many places was this whole Akhand Bharat. Tibet was also a part of Bharat, Myanmar, Burma, Nepal, all this was a part of Bharat. But over a period of time we have lost. So today when you went to the museum, you must have seen there was one very beautiful map. I don't know if you registered it. There was a map of Bharat with ancient names and the travels that people have done from Bharat, different parts of Bharat, and where all they have gone across the world. And what are we taught? Sea travel was started by whom? Vasco da Gama. And Columbus went to discover America. Hardly few hundred years back. And this map, if you see, was of 6th century.
Mathura was still there. Exact same name.
Correct. Lots of things, our country's glories we are not aware of. How we were very enterprising in nature. It's not that our people have not gone out of the land and we have always stayed within the boundaries of our country. People have gone out. They have done a lot of export. They used to do trade. They used to go to other places. And when we go to other countries, what do? Do we destroy their culture? Even if we take our culture, we combine with the indigenous culture. So this monument that you will see tomorrow, this beautiful temple, the largest Hindu Khmer temple it is. Don't call it only a Hindu temple. It's a Hindu Khmer temple. Together, Hindus and Khmer people, the locals have made it together. We ensure that our culture, they learn, their culture, we learn. There's a beautiful reciprocation, give and take that happens. And so, the purpose of holding this camp, when I came here last year, was one is to understand the place, the culture, and I wanted to visit the largest Hindu Khmer temple in the world. So I said, let me go. And Pundalik was here, and he is an expert. He has been here for many times, and he is also doing research, writing a book, etc. So that gives much more insight than just visiting a place. And then we all are here today. And one round of applause to him. Last 2 months we have done so much of, what do you call it? Back, forth, bichara, kitna?
Homework.
Yeah, hard work, lot of hard work, along with his other things that he is doing in research and other groups, etc. So, the purpose of doing this camp is to understand what was the culture of Bharat, how glorious was Bharat, and how this country's people and how we have been taught many things which are not even true. How our people have that different type of a vision. And when we say, so today if you see, this whole country has turned into majority is Buddhists. Where are the Hindus here? Hardly 1 or 2%. Muslims are more than Hindus today here. They are 5%. It is that way where we have lost so many parts of the Akhanda Bharat which are not with us today. How we lost Nepal also, Tibet also, Myanmar also, Burma also, Sri Lanka also, all this one by one, Pakistan, Bangladesh, it just goes. And our people, they still say, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कश्मीर दे दो. अरे बहुत फर्क पड़ता है. How many, so are there Christian countries in the world? Yes or no? There are so many Christian, officially declared Christian countries in the world. Are there Muslim countries in the world? Are there Buddhist countries in the world? Are there Hindu countries in the world? It is not. Where is the king thing there? It is gone, no? It is a democracy now. There is not one Hindu country. And why should Hindus not have a country? If our country, we say that it should be a Hindu Rashtra, what is wrong in that? Are we going to that? Does that mean that other religions will not survive in that country? Because of Hindu culture only others have survived, no, in our country, and they have flourished. Anybody who has got persecuted across the world, who has come here, they have got refuge and they have flourished or not. So the beauty of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, the Vedic Dharma, was spread far and wide. And that culture is the culture which we live. It is our culture. I have to be proud of that. So that's one reason why we came here, and you will see also. No matter how much one may, convert externally, and even certain practices one may adopt, but you see the temples, they are filled with stories of our Puranas, our Vedic literature. It is brilliant, you will see in the next 4 or 5 days. It's amazing. So we will take up some of those because lots of prasangs are there which are depicted on the walls of the temples, but we will take up some of those and we will do satsang on them. Even today, in the minds of people, those values are still there. Just that externally they have changed. You will see lots of rituals the Buddhists do will be similar to what we do. Now, at the reception, if you have noticed, there is one very big wooden carving which is there. It represents something very powerful. Have you noticed? Just at the front desk behind Samudra Manthan. So Samudra Manthan is there, and that Samudra Manthan is very powerful. It will come up tomorrow also. In short, we will take up that prasang today, and then Pundlik will elaborate a little more about the whole place. So Samudra Manthan, why did it happen? So Devatas once, in their arrogance, insulted Durvasa Muni, and Durvasa Muni cursed them that you will become, because you acted so arrogantly, you will be weak. And Devatas, naturally they lost their splendor. By the way, Durvasa Muni is an avatar of a particular Bhagwan. Do you know who? You randomly guessed it. Why he can't be an avatar of Brahma also, no? No? Why is he avatar of Shiva? Because he gets angry. See the image of Shivji we have in our mind. Maximum time Shivji spends in what? Meditation. He is a personification of calmness, kindness, compassion, everything. It is a fact that Durvasa Muni is an avatar of Shivji, there is no doubt. But the point about a lot of people say, why does Durvasa Muni keep getting angry all the time? His anger is only to bring out the glory of the Bhakta or glory of Bhagwan or glory of Bhakti. That's all. It is not a personal anger. It's a Leela. But we want to sometimes justify, then we also say, Durvasa Muni got angry, so what is wrong? I also can get angry. So Durvasa Muni, they angered him and he gave a curse and Devatas became weak. And at that time Raja Bali was the king of the Asuras. Now one more point to understand in this is Raja Bali is whose grandson? Prahlad grandson. And Samudra Manthan story mein Kurma Avatar happens. So who comes first? Think about it. Dashavatar we have been taught, no? That is one sequence that has been put together by people. But don't think that that is happened in that sequence only. Avatars of Bhagavan have happened. But it is not in that same sequence it has happened all the time. Samudra Manthan is one proof of that. So Raja Bali was very, very powerful. And he attacked the Devatas. Devatas have lost their splendor. They ran to Brahmaji. Brahmaji said, I cannot protect you. I have very limited powers. Above me is Mahavishnu. So this story what I am narrating to you is from Bhagavatam. The same story you will find in other Puranas also. I am sharing from Bhagavatam. So they all go to Vishnu Bhagavan. They do beautiful prayers. Bhagavatam has very nice stuti where these Devatas they sing and Brahmaji they sing. And Vishnu Bhagavan manifests in maximum splendor. Except Brahmaji and Shivji, nobody is able to even see him. Slowly after some time, he reduces his stage and people are able to see him. And the Devatas, they worship, they pray to him saying that please help us. So Vishnu Bhagavan said that every time you people, you don't do any tapasya, you indulge, then you become arrogant, you do something wrong and then you come asking my protection. This time I will not help you by myself, you have to also do some hard work. And he suggested a project. He said you have to work together. With whom? With the Asuras. So Devata said, why will Asuras work with us? He said, because this project, the end result is wanted by both. Amrit which will come out is wanted by both. Devatas also want it, Asuras also want it. And only when both of them come together, this will happen. Otherwise, it will not work. So, you go to Raja Bali and you tell Raja Bali that this is a project and seek his cooperation. Go with humility. And if he puts any conditions in front of you, you quietly accept. Don't try to be smart. Already you people are weak. Sometimes you have to be humble. Go and ask. So he goes. There's a truce between Devatas and Danavas and then he goes and he tells Raja Bali and Raja Bali accepts, okay fine, let us work together. So what has to be done? So the milky ocean has to be churned. So Bhagavan says that first you get all the medicinal herbs and aushadhis and everything and then you put in the milky ocean and then you put the Mandar mountain and with Vasuki the snake you have to churn. And when you churn the ocean, this nectar will come. That nectar is what both the parties have to share. So Devata said, alright, the Asuras also agreed. Quickly they brought all the aushadhis and they put it in the ocean. Now this Mandar mountain has to be brought. So they went, all the Devatas, Asuras, they tried, they dug it and then they are lifting it and they brought. Little bit they have moved it and what happens? That entire mountain falls. So many Devatas are crushed. Asuras are crushed. People are running here and there. They say it is impossible. We can't even lift this mountain, put it in the ocean, forget churning this mountain. So naturally what happens? They go and seek the refuge of Bhagavan Vishnu. So Vishnu Bhagavan comes there along with his Garuda. He just lifts the mountain effortlessly and puts it in the Milky Ocean. Now the mountain has been put in the Milky Ocean. And by his mere glance, what happens? All the Devatas and Asuras who have got injured, who have got killed, they all get alive, they get healthy and happy. And again strong to do the work. Now just think about it. These Devatas and Asuras are going to do churning of the ocean to get Amrit, but Vishnu Bhagwan's glance alone is Amrit, and they get alive. So the Devatas and Asuras, they get together, and now there is a rope that is to be required. And what is that rope? That rope is the serpent Vasuki. Who is Vasuki? The snake who is on the neck of Shivji, no, is Vasuki. And imagine Vasuki agrees. The rope, from both ends it will be pulled. No? Vasuki's head also and Vasuki's tail also, and his whole body will be stretched. Just imagine, will anybody be ready to be like that, a rope? If somebody has to pull our head also and our feet also, and terrible it will be, no? Just imagine what Vasuki did. So Vishnu Bhagwan said that Devatas must hold the head and Asuras must hold the tail and let the churning happen. So this Asura said, what is this? We are Asuras. Why will we hold the tail of the snake? We will go to the head side. We also have some power and prestige and all that. Why will we hold the tail? Bhagavan said, Tathastu, go. This is the first instance of reverse psychology. Okay. If you want them to do something, you tell them the ulta, they will manage to do that. So he did. And Devatas, they got the tail side. Asuras, they got the head side. And the churning began. Not even once the churning one round has happened. And what happened first? The whole mountain just sank. So again what happened? Vishnu Bhagwan took the Kurma Avatar, jumped into the ocean, came down, supported the mountain on his back. It's very interesting is this whole story comes in Bhagavatam as an explanation of the avatar of Bhagavan Vishnu called Ajit Avatar. Shukdev ji is explaining to Parikshit Maharaj about Ajit Avatar. That how Bhagavan took an Ajit Avatar to help the Devatas to get the nectar. So that Ajit Avatar is separate. Then this Kurma Avatar is separate. So he helps the Devatas as a part of that churning process. He also becomes a Devata in the form of that Ajit and he churns. So he has also become the Kurma. He is down. Now that mountain is supported on his back and the churning starts. And what comes out first from that churning is the halahal poison. From where it comes out? From the mouth of Vasuki. And when that halahal poison comes out, people, just the fumes of that are enough and people start dying. And it is coming out on the Asura side, but it affects everybody. So people did not know what to do. It struck them that he is Vasuki, he is Bhagwan Shiva's serpent. And Shivji is the only one who is capable of handling this poison. So they remembered Shivji. And what did they chant at that time? They chanted Mrityunjay mantra. So we will chant 5 times. Close your eyes, remember Shivji and chant. Om Tyambakaya Jamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshi Amamritaat. Om Tyambakaya Jamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshi Amamritaat. Om Tyambakaya Jamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshi Amamritaat. Om Tyambakaya Jamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshi Amamritaat. ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्। ॐ हर हर नमः पार्वतीपतये हर हर महादेव। So they prayed to Bhagwan Shivji, and Bhagwan Shivji appeared. They said, this is a problem, can you please help us? And what did Shivji do? Very interesting point he tells Mother Sati. He tells her that if we have a capability and if we don't use it for dharma and to help others, then of what use is that capability? The only person in the whole creation who can hold this poison is Shivji. So he tells Sati, and he takes that poison and he drinks it and he holds it in his neck. In some versions it is said that Mother Sati held his neck and did not allow the poison to go down. Bhagavatam says he held it in his neck purposefully. And Bhagwan is Karpura Gauram, white in color, but that poison, when it goes inside, it turns his entire neck into blue. So he becomes Nilakantha Mahadev. Very interesting, in Hindi we say, Amrit पीकर जो अमर है वो है देव, विष पीकर भी जो अमर है वो है महादेव. That is Bhagwan Shiva. And people remember Shivji only when poison comes out. When all the siddhis and nice things came out, nobody bothered about Shivji also. That is interesting, that how human beings and these devatas and everyone thinks. When problem is there, that time they all went to Shivji. And Shivji didn't bother. He didn't say कि अरे जब problem होती है तभी तुम आ जाते हो, उसके बाद तो मुंह ही नहीं दिखाते. He took the poison. And he didn't become bitter, nor he, spits out the poison on other people. So that beautiful symbolism is that we will get bitter experiences in life. And who gets bitter experiences in life? Somebody who is more mature only may get also. Many times we complain, oh, Swamiji, what is this? Why this happened to me? I am such a good person and why did this still happen to me? I am not hurt even a mosquito in life. Even when volunteering work has to happen, all work comes to me only, Swamiji. What is this? So many people are there in the committee, but nobody else is doing. I only have to do all this. What is going on? But it will be like that only. When you have children and two children are fighting, whom do you tell the child? Which child do you tell them to be more understanding? The elder one only, the more mature one. Saying, you are a more mature one, you be more understanding, be accommodative. So Shivji took it, and that's the lesson he taught. When he took that poison, he left. Now the churning again starts. So what happened? Now poison etc. has gone, and now start coming out great powers. So first comes Kamadhenu. So when Kamadhenu comes, Bhagwan says that this Kamadhenu must be given to the Brahmanas because they should do their Vedic rites, rituals, yajnas, yagas, all that. Then the whole Srishti will remain in balance. So Kamadhenu goes to the Brahmanas. Then comes Uchchaishravas. Uchchaishravas is a horse which can go anywhere in this creation. So the Asuras, they say, we want this horse. And Uchchaishravas, Bhagavan says in the 10th chapter, of all the horses, he is the Uchchaishravas. So now Bhagavan tells the Devatas, see, this is the first demand of the Asuras, let them have it. So Uchchaishravas goes to Asuras. Then comes Airavat. So when Airavat comes, then the Devatas want it. So now Asuras already have taken one, so okay, Devatas can take. Then comes Kaustubh Mani. Kaustubh Mani doesn't wait for anybody. Kaustubh Mani directly goes to Bhagavan only. It doesn't want to be anywhere. It goes straight to Bhagavan Vishnu. Then comes Parijata tree. It's very interesting. Kamadhenu, Parijata, Kaustubha, all these are wish fulfilling. If you have any of these, your wish will be fulfilled. So the Parijata tree comes out. And Parijata, Bhagavan allots it to Swargaloka. So Parijata is gone there. Then comes Mother Lakshmi. When Lakshmi ji comes, what happens? Both want it. Asuras want it, Devtas want it. Interesting is when Lakshmi ji comes out, Rishis, Sadhus, Sannyasis, human beings, everybody wants Lakshmi. And what is Lakshmi ji's mindset? That I will go to only a person who has no desire for me and who is very capable. So, in the world, if you want to know, the first Swayamvar happened is of Lakshmi Devi. Why? Because she went around seeing people actually and choosing. Some places she found there is power, but there is tremendous arrogance, there is no compassion. Some places she found that there is great knowledge, but there is no, strength. Some places there is lot of strength, but there is no sovereignty. Indra has a lot of strength, but is always weak. Like that, some places she found that there is great knowledge, some places great strength, some places great character, but something or the other is missing. Somebody has knowledge but doesn't have wealth, somebody has wealth but doesn't have strength. It goes on. Finally, she comes to Mahavishnu. And Mahavishnu, what was he doing? He is lying happily on the Sheshasaya. He is not having any interest in her. But she found him as the most capable one. And what does she go and do? She offers the garland on the neck of Mahavishnu. So if you go to Vaikuntha, remember this. There may be lots of people who will look like Bhagavan Vishnu, okay? Because Sarupya Mukti people will get. Some of you may also get. Because you came to Cambodia. And you went to Param Vishnu Lok temple. So that much punya you will get. So you may go to Vaikuntha and you may get Sarupya Mukti. But how do you know then who is the real Vishnu there? Only one person has Mahalakshmi serving him, and that is Mahavishnu. That's the real Vishnu. So Mahalakshmi goes to Bhagavan Vishnu. What is the symbolism there? If we run behind wealth, wealth will make us run behind it, and it may leave us also. They say Lakshmi is very chanchal and chapal. But if we don't run behind Lakshmi, Gurudev used to say, you run behind Narayana, Lakshmi will automatically follow. If we serve Bhagavan and we have focus on the work of the Lord, whatever Lakshmi is required, it will come. Otherwise, how much money, how much the human pursuit is only behind money. So Lakshmi ji came out. Now these asuras are very, disturbed. Because Parijat went, this Kaustubmani went, and this Airavat went. What did Asuras get? So next comes Varuni Devi. You know who is Varuni Devi? She is the deity of intoxication, mother, and especially of intoxicants. So alcohol and all that, many things like that which are intoxicating. Varuni Devi is the presiding deity of that. So, Asuras take. What does that mean? Whoever drink those things are who? I am not saying, Bhagavatam is saying. Anyway, so the point is, these few things happen, many things like this come out. Finally, who comes out? One person comes, very, very bright, resplendent, brilliant, shining as though golden hue he has, and he comes out with a pot. And who is that person? Is Dhanvantari Devata. His appearance we celebrate on Dhan Trayodashi. We celebrate Lakshmi Puja on Dhanteras Day because the word Dhan is there inside that. But it is Dhanvantari Trayodashi actually. Dhanvantari Devata appeared on that day. He is the deity for Ayurveda also. So, the point here is when he came out with the nectar, Now what happened at that point in time? Both of them have worked hard, no? But these asuras, they quickly seized the pot of nectar and they went. Devatas were stunned. They didn't have a chance. By the time they saw Dhanvantari Devatas come, the asuras have taken and gone. Now what happened there? Again Devatas went to Bhagavan Vishnu saying, what happened now? You told us do joint project and this and that. Now they took away. Already they are so strong and we are weak. Now they have taken the Amrit also. Now please help us. So Bhagavan said, don't worry. We will do something. So he takes the most enchanting form. Mohini Avatar. And that most enchanting form Bhagavan took and he was just walking, looking at them, and all the asuras are swooning. Their mouths are drooling. They have forgotten now that they have Amrit in their hand. And they are just looking at her and the way in which she was walking and giving them glances and smile and all that. Bewitching smile of Bhagavan, it can delude anybody. So she goes and they also say, oh lady, you are so beautiful, you are so wonderful, what can we do for you? So she says, I am just a beautiful lady, I have come here from this ocean and this is a wonderful thing that you are having here. Yeah, this is the nectar that we have got. Would you mind distributing it to all of us? He says, but I have just come here, you don't know me, I don't know you. How will you trust me with this? What if I do anything wrong? No, we really trust you. Whatever you do will be acceptable to us. And she also lays that condition, that whatever I do, you should not question. Yes, it's all right. You please take. So she takes the pot of nectar. And what happens then? She says to both Devatas and Asuras that you have got, to get this nectar, you have done a lot of hard work. Go, take bath, do your rituals, do some charity, purify your mind, then you come back and then we will distribute, because nectar you have to take, so you should be eligible for it, to absorb it. So they all go, get ready and all that, and then they assemble. When they assemble, what Mohini Avatar Bhagavan does, he first starts distributing the nectar to the Devatas. And his asuras are just looking. So she is distributing like this. She is looking at the asuras but walking towards the Devatas, amongst the Devatas, and giving the nectar. So Devatas are having, but the asuras are bewildered by just the Maya, the Mohini Avatar. Mohini Avatar was taken actually to delude them. So one very important point here we have to know. Before we worship any avatar, the prayojan of that avatar should be known to us. Why that avatar happened? That's why a sadhak does not worship Mohini Avatar. Because that avatar is meant to delude. So these asuras, they got deluded. One of them recognized that this is something is wrong here. So he quickly came from that side and he sat between Chandra and Surya. And Mohini Avatar, so she was passing on the nectar and he got. Bhagavan saw him also. He drank. And up to here, the nectar came. But immediately Chandra and Surya, they recognized and they said, he is not a Devata, he is an Asura who has come in the form of a Devata. And so Bhagavan manifested as Vishnu Bhagavan with his Sudarshan Chakra, he cut the head. That is what we call as Rahu. The body was dead, but the head became immortal. So Puranic story, when we say that, okay, so the eclipse when it happens, the Rahu is the one who eats away Surya and Chandra, and because he does not have a body, it escapes. Now Bhagavan's form has manifested. And all the asuras, they are very angry, saying, Vishnu Bhagavan, you cheated us. Did Bhagavan cheat them actually? No? Why? Objectively speaking, he would have cheated, no? They don't have capability. No. Something else. Delusion. If you see objectively, Bhagavan cheated them, no?
But they gave away their right for the nectar. But they said you can do whatever you like with it.
So 2 points here. First point is, they snatched away that nectar from Dhanvantri Bhagavan. That itself is adharmic. Ideally, it should have gone to both properly. They snatched it away. One. Second, then they gave away the right. They told Mohini voluntarily that you can do what you want with it. So Bhagavan didn't cheat them. They came under the spell and they did what they did. So Bhagavan quickly then distributed it to the rest of the Devatas, and Devatas became powerful. They attacked the Asuras, but these Asuras, in their vengeance, the way they were fighting, they were still more powerful than the Devatas. But because Devatas have Amrit, they were not getting killed, and they were slowly chopping away all these Asuras. So Brahmaji sends Naradji finally and tells them that Devatas have won, Asuras have got defeated, let them go. They go away. That prasang ends there. Devasur Sangram happens. So tomorrow you will see that also. Devasur Sangram also is there on that on the walls there. In this whole story, what is one very important point to understand from Bhakti standpoint? From the beginning till the end, it appears as though the Devatas and Asuras did everything. But actually, who did everything? Vishnu Bhagavan only did everything. He only gave the idea. He only helped them to lift the Mandar mountain. He only became the Kurma. He only went down and supported the mountain. He only helped them for the suggestion of Vasuki. He also helped them by distributing the nectar, became the Mohini Avatar, took it. All that Bhagavan only did. Devatas, it appeared that they did, and the project was a joint project, but actually it is Bhagavan who did each and everything. In our life also it happens like that. It appears that we are doing many things, but it happens by the will of the Lord. And the story also has a very powerful Vedantic significance. Which is that Milky Ocean? Where is that Milky Ocean? Why only Milky Ocean? Why not sugarcane juice ka ocean? Why not, let us say, Chandan ka pani ka ocean? Why? Why only Milky Ocean? You can do Vivek with milk. That is Swan does it, correct? So the mind, white color represents Sattva Guna. So a highly sattvic mind, what are the Aushadhis which are put inside it? The Aushadhis are the knowledge of Vedanta, scriptural knowledge. When we put, what is the mountain? Our self-enquiry, our enquiry into the spiritual knowledge, who am I? That is the mountain. And who is doing the churning? Devatas and Asuras. The thoughts which are higher in us, the thoughts which are lower in us, the knowledge which we may have, as well as all the false knowledge or the contrary knowledge which we have, between that the churning is happening, continuous. In that, what is the first important thing for a spiritual seeker? This whole spiritual life will not begin unless there is self-control. Tortoise is a symbol of self-control. Bhagavan could have become any other animal also, no? Why only tortoise? Because any spiritual growth, Vedantic contemplation, steady contemplation, if it has to happen, if sense control is not there, our mind will go wild. If the mind is not having Sattva Guna, it will not be able to contemplate. It is gone. So Sattvic mind, backed up with self-control, tortoise is a symbol of that sense control. If both this is there, that Mandar mountain will stay steady. Then the churning will happen. So when the churning happens, what will be the consequence? When we first start to meditate, what happens to us?
On the negative.
Many negativities will come. We may feel that, Swamiji, before meditation I was not so angry. But after meditation I've started, I feel I become more irritable. Lust was not so much in my mind, but now when I started meditating, I think I become more lusty. What is happening? Because that is there inside. It will come. So when it comes, what do? Do we look down upon ourselves? Do we criticize ourselves? Do we say, what a impure person I am? Mehli chadar od ke kaise dwar tumhare aun. Never. So many people say, I am not capable, I am not, worthy to come to your doors. Because we feel unworthy is where we have to go to his doors. So one has to go and invoke Shiva. Shiva means auspicious. When we feel these inauspicious things rising, they have to be surrendered to whom? By invoking auspiciousness alone. There is no need of criticizing, judgment, feeling low, nothing. No need to justify it also. Surrender it to Bhagavan. And that Bhagavan accepts it. If one goes through all these, then what will happen? Lot of siddhis will come. A sadhak is one who doesn't bother about these siddhis. Why? Because the focus is on Amrit. And what is that Amrit? For a spiritual seeker, that Amrit is Atmajnan, self-knowledge. I must know who am I. So interesting in Samudra Manthan, Shravan, Manan, Nididhyasan and Samadhi and Sakshatkar, all are there in this. How? The Aushadhis which are put in the ocean, no? That is the Shravanam. The churning that is happening, that is the Mananam. The rod which is there, which is the mountain, that has to be steady. Nididhyasan has to happen steadily. That will lead to Samadhi Avastha. And that absorption of the mind in the truth, that is Sakshatkar. Absorption when it happens finally. Many things on the way will keep happening. A seeker goes into Samadhi, comes out, goes into Samadhi, comes out. All siddhis may come during those times. And then finally, Dhanvantari Devata comes with the Amrit. So this is whole Samudra Manthan. And in that, lot of obstacles will come. In spiritual life, if obstacles, somebody thinks that no obstacles will come, it is not possible. Just like every minute, every step, whenever obstacles came, what did the Devatas do? They went to Bhagavan. We have to remember the Lord at each and every step. And finally, the culmination is being one with the Lord. And the important point is not to forget what is our ultimate goal. Because otherwise we forget. We say, no, it's very difficult, I can't do it, we give up. A Vedantic seeker knows that there is no choice to give up. It's only delaying the process. So the choice is either I delay the process or pick up myself again and keep walking. The giving up option actually is not there. If I say I give up, I may feel I have given up, but again the picking up will happen at some point in time. So I am only delaying, I am only taking more time. So this is a beautiful prasang of Samudra Manthan. It comes in the 8th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. And tomorrow you will see a huge, one whole side you will see Samudra Manthan depicted so nicely. And when he will explain to you the beauty of the sculpturing, how they have done that, is very amazing. So for today, this is our satsang, and I will stop here.